Oh God. The Boss Baby 2 Family Business released in 2021 and was directed by Tom McGrath. It tells the story of the two brothers, and Tim's baby daughter Tina works in the baby core industry, and together they have to stop an evil baddie.
So, as we all know, it's no secret, I genuinely can't stand the first Boss Baby. I think it is a horrible movie, ridiculous story, not great animation, awful characters, awful music. I genuinely actually think it is the worst film ever made. Maybe extreme, but I just can't stand it. It's just a movie that I just despise. I just can't stand it. I just think it's horrible. The sequel looked awful from the trailers, but I had heard a few people were saying it actually wasn't that bad. So, as I am a big fan of DreamWorks, and I did really like the recent film The Bad Guys, and since I want to say I've seen every DreamWorks movie, I decided to give it a watch. Did I want to watch it? Not really, but I decided to at least give it some bit of benefit of the doubt, because it's literally the sequel to my least favourite film of all goddamn time. And how does the sequel compare to the first one? I think Lothar says it best.
I don't like it! Not one bit!
Yeah, I don't like this film, not one bit. But, I don't think it's terrible, and I definitely don't think it's as bad as the first one. This film is nowhere near as awful as the first Boss Baby, but still pretty bad. It still sucks. I think the storyline is just ridiculous. The fact that they turn a grown-up into a baby, it just makes no sense. I just think it's such a childish, stupid concept. And the execution is absolutely ridiculous. There's a subplot going on with Tim's daughter. It's just so cliche, and the execution is just so ridiculous. You don't care about what's going on. It's just like there's so much going on that you just don't care about what's going on. You just don't care. It's just ridiculous storytelling. It's an awful story. I just think the story of these two movies are just ridiculous. The concept, the execution, the ideas are just so dumb. Okay, the animation. The animation, it's actually not too bad in these movies. This one, it doesn't look too bad visually. It's not to say the animation's great. I think the character designs are pretty lazy and not very good. But the backgrounds and everything else, it just looks fine. So visually, this film isn't too bad. Not great visuals, not horrible visuals, but the visuals of the film aren't too bad. And the characters, oh God.
The two brothers, I think, are just poorly written characters. I just don't care about their dynamic, and the constant back and forth in this film just feels like a rehash of what they went through in the first movie. Same with the family, they're not very interesting characters either. The baby Tina is pretty annoying, but I was a bit surprised that she's not involved in the plot as much as the marketing made it seem. She's in the movie, but not as much as I expected, but I still don't like her at all. And the villain is just a joke. I'm sorry, but the villains in these movies are just dumb. Poorly written characters, poor motivations, and just awfully put together characters.
So yeah, in short, I don't like the characters in this film, or in the first movie. The music actually isn't that bad. There's actually a few decent songs in here. I can't believe I'm actually saying that. But the music is kinda decent and kinda prevents this movie from being as bad as the first. I know it's a very tiny thing, but it's just, this film, I don't know, it's not as awful to watch as the first one, but I still don't like it.
Overall, Boss Baby 2 isn't quite as bad as the first one, with some okay animation and decent music, but it has a horrible story and awful characters. It doesn't make me as angry as the first one, but I still don't like it. I'm going to give the Boss Baby 2 Family Business a 4 out of 10.
So it doesn't make me anywhere near as angry as the first one did, but I still don't like it. But hey, at least DreamWorks has improved this year, and it does seem Puss in Boots 2 has a lot of potential. So stay tuned for my next review, which is going to be on Doctor Strange 2. Until then, everyone, thank you all for watching. Take care, guys, and skadoosh.